Let's talk about some of the other things you can tend to bring in there. Entourage is a really good thing. I like to turn off and bring vehicles in there. Side objects are things like trash cans, bike racks, anything like that. For vehicles, let's kind of show you some of the options you have available. Okay. If you come on over and you say that you would like to, again, put a component in and load a family, if you go to the default Revit files or library and look for things, you'll find it's kind of the semi-truck, which is probably not very good, a very boring-looking box van, and a Beetle, a little Volkswagen, which is actually not too bad looking. Let's go ahead and put it in and see what it looks like. I'm going to take my little Beetle, drop it on down here. I'll put it right next to that parking space. Okay. And you might be saying, well, that's not a very good looking Beetle. That kind of looks pretty junky right now, or it looks all kind of triangulated. But it has a very interesting set of properties to it, besides the fact that the wheels are sort of down in the ground. Okay. We might need to kind of raise that up. Well, again, hang on. Let me do it based off of the first floor. And even here, I can say pick a host and pick it off the concrete or the asphalt. Is that it? There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. In the shaded view, it doesn't look so good. But if you go over to the realistic view or rendered view, something very magical happens to it. Okay. What's interesting is this object is something that's called an RPC object. So it has kind of a neat property in that no matter where you go on any side, it always sort of displays itself pretty nicely. Okay, and they do that by basically taking an object and doing photographs all the way around it, okay, and then just whatever angle you're looking at it, it displays the right photograph for you. So it's really pretty good. And a lot of things in Revit work this way. The Beetle works this way, the plants work this way. That's how the plants are actually done. So if you put in the plants and you look at them in a realistic view, you can actually sort of move around and see different things. We're going to find out there's people that actually work the same way too, but we'll do that in just a second. Let me go ahead and save this just because I'm being cautious now. And let me drag in another kind of object, a nice kind of car for you. Oh, in addition to the RPC one, in my little BIMtopia library, I've collected a lot of cars. And you probably found some out on Revit City. I think I saw some interesting cars in people's models. But if you load in, I see a proud owner of a car right now. Okay, let me go out and I'll go out to my Google Drive. I'll put my little library back in here. Under here, where do I have them? I think I have under site work. And again, this library is available to you, so you can download it from a canvas. What do I got in there? I got a nice Camaro, I got a Honda Civic, an Explorer, a little Porsche 911, a Viper, because who doesn't want to be driving the Viper? Okay, I'm going to do the Porsche 911 for now. Drop it in there. Now, this one doesn't look as good in the realistic views, but this will actually look good, quite good when you render it. Okay, so you could have some fun adding some of them. Another category, though, I want to encourage you to add to your model, just because it makes it a little more realistic, is people. And let's talk about people. Sounds like Soylent Green. It's like hang on, I'll stop that right now. Go back out to my little setting here. I actually have an RPC person sitting around here already. He's kind of hanging out by the door there right now. Looks like he's getting ready to go on into the building. The nice thing about him, though, is he does have the ability, well, it's hard to do there. I did it on the first floor. Here he is hanging right now. He's looking towards the building. If I rotate him around, I can have him looking back out towards you. And exterior towards the entrance. There he is. Looks like he's checking his watch or grabbing his iPhone, something like that. Okay, there are people, and people can be added to your scenes. People are really great for giving it a little sense of life. So I highly recommend putting some people in your living room or out on your balcony or something like that. Now, the people are somewhat limited, though. Let me just kind of give you a little tour of the people, and you can decide really how you want to deal with them. Again, you can add them in Photoshop, too. I'll put some people up here, up at my little balcony party. So here they are up by the picnic table. Let's add them in. I can insert, there's a couple of different sort of families. There's RPC, hang on, where's my entourage? There's RPC male and female, which sounds, okay. Doesn't sound like I have much choice here, but let's go through and see how you actually do get the choice. When I place them, and I choose that I want to put in the RPC female, for example, I have these different named characters. And let's go ahead and give you a tour of our named characters. Okay. Go ahead and use these characters judiciously to go through and either add some of these in or add your own people. But they actually help a little bit to kind of just fill this out. They are joined, just so you know, by some good friends. Okay. So again, just drop them in occasionally. They actually help with your renderings a little bit. Okay, you don't have to go crazy with the people, but one or two people actually just adds a little bit of life to the scene. It sort of looks like something actually is living in there.